Last week at a small college in New Hampshire, voters huddled in a crowded room for a 2024 political town hall. The lengthy discussion delved into pressing voter issues like gun violence, climate change, and the nation's debt. But there were no declared candidates on stage, no official political parties sponsoring the event, and plenty of vocal condemnation of the anger and divisiveness in this country. The town hall was hosted by No Labels, a group that says it's a bipartisan organization and which advertises itself as a voice for moderation in this polarized world. No Labels has some pretty ambitious plans. It wants to run a so-called centrist third-party candidate for president in 2024. It says it's offering an insurance plan for Americans who don't want to vote for Trump or Biden if they end up being the nominees. And while No Labels calls itself moderate and balanced, their plan could end up paving the way for an extreme far-right candidate like Donald Trump. Historically speaking, a third-party candidate typically ends up siphoning moderate votes away from the main candidate. So instead of working to bring, quote, anyone but Trump to the White House, No Labels might actually be securing his return. The group didn't come out of nowhere. No Labels was founded in 2010 after the Tea Party arrived. Its goal was to reorient U.S. politics and, quote, speak truth to partisanship. No Labels created the House Problem Solvers Caucus, which in recent years has done some good work, pushed through the COVID relief package during the Trump administration and the infrastructure framework during the Biden administration. But while friendly problem solving sounds great on paper, what No Labels is doing now at the presidential level is less effective, and it is potentially dangerous. It's one of those groups that vacuums up hefty donations by claiming that their policies run straight down the middle on hot-button issues. No Labels has now made a pretty recognizable name for itself as a third party. What's a little more opaque is where it gets its money from. NBC's Vaughn Hilliard spoke to the founder of No Labels, Nancy Jacobson, and asked why the source of their funding is such a secret.
Why not reveal your donors?
Because the truth is about the time in which we live in. You reveal, first of all, we're not a party.
But you're registering as a political party.
But that's just language. But we know how the game works in politics these days. It's not that people really want to see the donors, because there's nothing nefarious going on here. It's because
why should they trust that, though?
You know what? They're going to have to see us through our work.
Now, when asked about registering as a political party, she also said No Labels is, quote, one ticket, one time. They're not running candidates up and down the ballot. It may be called No Labels, but the tagline seems more like no receipts. However, Mother Jones did obtain a partial list of donors. NBC News has not obtained this list ourselves, and No Labels did not return Mother Jones's request for comment. While some of the folks on the list have donated to both parties, as many ultra-rich donors often do, the report found, quote, generally, these No Labels supporters appear to favor conservative candidates. Now, you might recognize the ultra-conservative billionaire Harlan Crow on this list. He's the man who takes Supreme Court Justice Clarence Thomas on those high-end vacations. There are also multiple Donald Trump donors, a private equity baron who regularly doles out six-figure donations to Republicans, and a natural gas billionaire who's donated to Mitch McConnell's super PAC, according to Mother Jones. Now, to be fair, that natural gas billionaire has also donated to West Virginia Democratic Senator Joe Manchin, who happens to be the very Democrat who has been publicly flirting with the idea that he could run as the No Labels spoiler candidate.
Are you considering running for president on the No Labels third-party ticket?
We're not considering anything about running for any office.
Are you taking it off the table?
We're
running
not
for
taking
president?
anything off the table.
Remember how I said there were no declared candidates at the No Labels town hall last week? Well, Senator Manchin was the next best thing. He took the stage as a key speaker to declare to the audience that America's political parties have, quote, not delivered, end quote. No, you're not misremembering. This is, in fact, the same guy who spent the last 2.5 years stymieing President Biden and his own party's agenda. At that town hall, No Labels signaled that it would present a third-party presidential ticket by Super Tuesday. It's the furthest the group has gone to commit itself to moving forward with its unity ticket pet project. It is, however, a project that could very well backfire on the American people.